1 month ago, I have made a decision to completely change my life. And here's what happened 30 days in and what most people won't tell you about self-improvement. Let's go. June 21st, 25 weeks to completely change my life. First check. Good morning. Morning. Alright, so today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I usually upload. It's not gonna be a daily vlog, but it's gonna be more of a sit down and talk to you guys. I'll actually talk about what I learned throughout these 30 days and share some tips, share some insights, and, well, give you an overall takeaway from my first month of, well, self-improvement transformation journey. I'll also talk a little bit about my projects to give you a general idea what they are about. So when we move forward, you actually know what I'm aiming for. And, well, basically just summarize the whole month and share with you useful insights and, well, self-improvement tips. So let's go. But before we continue to the video, I just really want to say thank you to anyone who has decided to subscribe to my channel over the past month, and to anyone who is watching my videos, who is commenting and leaving likes. It means a lot. I see every single like, I see every single comment, and I'm on YouTube Studio daily refreshing to see if there's anything new. So I can assure you it means a lot when I see just one more like or one comment or one subscriber. That's a lot. So if you are finding anything from my content useful, feel free to leave a comment, leave a like. And of course, if you want to follow me on the next 5 months that are left in this self-improvement transformation, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and tag along. Alright, so first I want to talk about what I actually learned and what I took away from the first month of my self-improvement journey and transformation. When I started, I was full of doubt. Sometimes I do still have doubts in my head. I still have the voices, but it's gotten easier. Probably the number one, most important, most significant thing that I have done in the past month is starting. Posting my first YouTube video was probably the hardest thing I've done in the whole month. I have tried to post so many times in the past and I have never done it. Why? Because I was afraid that people who I know would see it. I was afraid that I was not going to make the content that I want to make. I guess I was just afraid that I would not produce the type of content that, well, I wanted to produce. And that's kind of what prevented me from starting this whole time. But now that I look back at it, I realized that you probably would never start where you want to be either way. So the most important thing that I've learned was, if you have an idea, if you have an ambition and a wish to do something, just go out there, do it. No one in the whole history started perfect. So don't you try to be the first one, because you're not gonna do it. I'm talking from personal experience. I've been probably putting off content for the past 2 years. And 1 month ago, well, I grabbed myself by the sack and just posted the first video. I didn't care anymore how I would come off. I didn't really care about the quality. I just cared about posting that first freaking video to break the ice, start posting. It was a completely unscripted video. It was just me sitting in a car and talking to the camera. I was pretty much just talking about anything that came through my mind. It's by far the worst of all of them, but I'm probably the most proud of it because it took the most effort and it took the most courage to actually do it. Recording is easy, but posting is very hard. Because you have to go out of your comfort zone, you have to cross that boundary that you were afraid to cross this entire time. And, well, I did it, and I'm very happy that I did it. And now it's been a month of me posting daily. I haven't missed a single day for a month, and that is actually crazy. I've never thought I would do that. From the beginning, at first, I thought I would probably post once or twice a week, but it ended up being a whole daily transformation journey, so it feels kind of fitting to post every day. The next thing that I learned is you will never have things figured out before starting, at least not all of it. You just need to have a general idea of the direction you're heading in, and then just start. Just go and start. Don't overthink anything. All you have to do is just have a basic plan and goals in mind. And that's pretty much it. The rest you figure out as you go, as you progress, as you grow. And that's the most powerful thing. You cannot become something if you do not start. And you have to start to become something and become someone. And once you take the first step, and then the second step, and the third step, things become clearer. Like in the video game, you cannot jump to the final boss battle. You have to first beat the minions, and as you progress, you figure out how to do that. Oh, I have to unlock that in order to progress there. In real life, it's the same. You just basically have to unlock level by level, step by step, until you reach your goals. Because, well, you will never know what's coming. You will never ever know what the future holds and what tomorrow will bring unless you just, well, wait to see what the future brings. So it's impossible to plan everything out. It's impossible to prepare yourself for everything. Just take action, start figuring things out along the way. The third very important thing that I have learned is how important consistency and accountability are. These two are probably one of the most important attributes that you can own. Consistency is key to anything you want in life. If you want to get jacked, you have to be consistent in the gym. If you have to lose some belly fat, you have to be consistent with the cardio and the diet. If you want to write a book, you have to consistently write it. If you have to read a book, you have to consistently read it. If you want to reach 100 subscribers, you have to consistently post. If you want to improve your life, you have to consistently take the steps necessary to improve your life. And consistency is key here. Did you guys ever see like an ad that at the first time when you saw it, you were like, okay, skip. And then you saw it for 100th time. You're like, I'm actually interested. And clicked on it. That is the basic principle of consistency. You cannot get anywhere without consistency. Even if your content is not the highest quality or your work is not 100% focused, if you will be consistent, you will definitely make progress and you will definitely get somewhere. Each time I have listened to anyone who succeeded in life, their number one or number two thing, they always say it's consistency. So consistency. That is super, super important. Just keep going. And then you fail and you keep going. Just push. And you will one day get where you want to be because of consistency. It's just that simple. And accountability is also very, very important. That's actually what I realized over the past month when I was uploading content daily. And I noticed that, well, my videos are actually keeping me accountable because I don't want to post something saying, yeah, I didn't feel like going to the gym today. Yeah, well, you know what? I was just too lazy to do that today. No. Okay, I've got 18 subscribers so far, but I still don't want people on the internet or anyone seeing me being lazy and saying, you know what? I don't feel like doing it. Even I don't want to feel that way. Even if no one sees it, I don't want to feel that way. It's a bit different when you post your progress online because that's even more motivating. There were many days when I didn't feel like doing anything, but I still did it because I was like, I have to do this YouTube video today. And what is this video gonna be about? Me laying in bed and scrolling TikTok? No one's gonna watch that. So I was like, all right, I have to get up, get dressed, and then just press that record button, start filming and start actually doing things. And that it pushed me forward. And you don't have to create content for that. You can have an accountability buddy. It also helps. Whatever makes you feel very uncomfortable not doing what you said you would do, that is the accountability thing that you probably should incorporate into your life. You could maybe make a deal with your friend that if you slack for one day, that's okay. But the second day you slack, he's gonna post a very embarrassing picture of you on his story. And then you're probably gonna be like, I don't want that to happen. Let me go do those push-ups or go to the gym or whatever your commitment is. But accountability, very, very important. The next thing I've learned over the past month was how important focus and prioritizing are. Because without focus and without priorities, you will never get anywhere. You're gonna jump from one task to another. You're gonna have that shiny object syndrome, which, if you don't know, it means you go after everything that's shiny in the moment. So for example, content seems nice today and you record a video, and then tomorrow stock market seems shiny and nice, and then you go trade some stocks and forget about the content, and you basically just keep running from one task to another, from one task to another, and you never have focus, you never have priorities, and you have to be very, very, very strict with those things, because people will try to steal that from you, not consciously but subconsciously. They're gonna call you, hey, do you want to go out for a coffee? You should always say no if you have other priorities that need to be taken care of, because otherwise you will probably not do any significant progress and never get anywhere. This is probably one of the hardest things that I'm still kind of battling with, but I am definitely better than where I was when I started. Basically, you need to have your top priorities. I would not go for more than 3 main priorities, because otherwise you will probably not put 100% effort to what is actually the most important for you. And then you have to have your focus. Both of these combined, your top 3 priorities and focus. And when you combine that, you get progress. So for example, my priorities right now are gym, my projects, and content. You can clearly see that in my non-negotiables, because I keep checking the same things. I have nutrition here, I have sleep here, but most of the time I don't hit that. Why not? Because I prioritize finishing the videos, uploading them, finishing what I have to finish with my projects, and then going to sleep, then cooking myself a meal. If you're gonna have too many things you try to focus on, you will never do what's actually important. So my personal biggest tip would be to focus on 3 most important priorities that will change your life the most. Ask yourself, is that your career? Is that your job? Is that your relationship? Ask yourself, what are the 3 things, if you change them over the next couple of months, will have the biggest and most positive impact on your life, and start focusing on them. And then the last thing is sleep. That is crucial if you want to do anything. Well, now that I think about it, I should probably change my priorities to where sleep is the most important one, because I've noticed with myself, if I don't get enough sleep, and I don't mean like 10 hours. I don't need 10 hours. No, but I do need a consistent 6 to 7, maybe 8 hours of sleep a night. Okay, sure, not every night that's gonna happen, but what I've been doing for the past month is going to sleep around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., sometimes even not going to sleep. I'm sure you've seen the video. And then either I wake up very late, miss out on the most productive time of the day, or I wake up early and I'm completely trashed for the rest of the day because I didn't get enough sleep. So one of the things that I'm actually starting to prioritize over the next 5 months is sleep, because, well, that has one of the biggest impacts on my productivity, on my overall mood, and, well, it really, really makes a difference when you go to sleep early and wake up early and get that quality sleep, than when you consistently go to sleep too late, or wake up too early, or wake up too late, and then just kind of have that all messed up and mixed up. That doesn't work. That's gonna burn you out. The recovery is not gonna be good enough. Your brain is not gonna function the way it should function, and everything's gonna kind of collapse on itself. So get enough sleep. That's my last tip for you. Okay, so now let's move on to what I have actually achieved over the past month. First of all, I have made some pretty good progress with my projects. I've built a discipline to record the videos every day, to upload the videos every day. I've built a discipline to go to the gym every single day. I haven't missed a single day so far. I quit eating sugar and drinking Monsters, and overall just kind of improved my diet to where I'm at least not eating as much processed garbage. I'm actually eating way better than I have eaten a month ago. So I'm pretty happy about that. Then I've gained around 20 subscribers so far, and I'm actually very happy about that. It's a very good start for now, and I can't wait to see how much this channel will grow over the next 5 months of this 25-week transformation journey. And then the most important thing that I have achieved is probably that I have proved to myself that I can do it, that I can be consistent with improving my life, working towards my goals each day, and pushing through even when things got tough. Even when I had a bad day, I pushed through, which is probably the number one thing that I have achieved over this month, because in the past I have never done that. Anytime things got hard, and life hit and I was in a bad mood, I would skip days, I would look for excuses, and this is something I didn't do for an entire month. This is what I'm the most proud of, and I am keeping the momentum. I keep on going and I keep pushing, and one day that is why I will get somewhere. So, my projects. You guys have seen me working on my laptop for the past month, and you probably keep asking yourself, what the hell is he working on? Well, today I'm gonna spill the beans a little bit. I have two main projects. They're called Improve, and the other one is called NSAI, which stands for North Star AI. If I'm lucky, actually luck has nothing to do with it. If I'm consistent and if I don't quit by the end of this year, I want for both of these projects to already be up and running and hopefully turned into a business. First project, Improve. The name is self-explanatory. Improve is basically a men's self-improvement platform that I'm currently creating. It's a very big project and takes a lot of time and effort, but with enough work and enough consistency, I know and I believe that we can get this done by the end of the year. Second project, North Star AI. Well, that is basically an AI product that is going to help businesses grow. That is all I can say for now about both of the projects. If you stay tuned, you will find out more very soon, especially when I progress and then when they publish these projects. I will make more videos explaining everything a bit later in the journey, because today is a little bit early for that. I have to make sure that my ideas don't get stolen. Stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button and you will find out everything in due time. Now, before I go, I just wanted to thank everyone again for support, for all the comments that I have received, for all the likes that I have received, and every single view from any of you. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. This first month was more of a preparation phase, more of a setting the ground for this entire journey. But now it's time for the real deal. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button to stay tuned and tag along on this amazing 25-week self-improvement transformation journey by LS. I'll see you next time. Salute.